Hello, everybody. My name is Danny Lee, and I'm going to be your curator for this week. And I thought that I would do a series of videos to sort of help you understand the life of a caster and how esports, I don't know, I suppose being a caster in esports sort of is. I don't know, you probably don't know what's happening, so I may as well tell you, right? I'm going to be super honest with everything. So, for people that don't know, I'm a curator on TWT_Dota for the week, which means I am going to be handling the Twitter account. So you can be asking me questions, I'll try and answer them the best I can. I'm sick right now. I have a very bad headache, but I wanted to get this video over and done with. Hopefully it goes away tomorrow so I can make an even better video without worrying about my head. I'm so sorry if I look terrible. I'm really not feeling too good. Hopefully it changes. So let's go into our first topic, which is going to a LAN as a caster. Not as an audience member, not as a player, but as a caster. And things you sort of have to worry about if you're a caster. You can't just go to an event willy-nilly and do whatever you want. There are rules to follow to make that event successful and to sort of like, I suppose, promote yourself, because you don't want to go to an event and look cheap. You don't want to go to an event and look trashy. You don't want to go to an event and be you don't want to be a bad egg. So let's start with that. I've got my notes here. I hope you're ready. So it technically comes into 3 stages when you're going into a LAN. First one is the pre-event prep. So you've just been hired by the event organizers at a LAN, and you got to start your preparation before the LAN even starts. And normally they look for casters like Typically they look for casters about a month in advance, so that they've not only got the caster booked, but it also means the caster has enough time to prepare themselves physically, mentally. I don't know why I've got my thumb. You are awesome. So event prep typically means researching teams, which is one of the biggest things. You want to be able to tell the teams as well as the player stories to the audience. It is exciting when you actually hear something such as a new player from this team managed to get 8k MMR with just Meepo, or this team, they are very well renowned for going for this very heavy push oriented strat. Like, everyone loves to hear those things. And especially when it's a team that you don't know about, it's good because you can sort of develop a connection with the audience. And that's the biggest thing. Us casters are supposed to connect with you. I will tell you my metaphor later, and it's really cool because it is a Dota related metaphor. So first, I already pointed out player research. The second one is pretty much the other stuff, such as like my stage presence, how I'm going to be when I'm on stage. If I'm doing interviews, I have to do interview preparations, such as looking up standard questions that you'd be looking for in an interview. Normally, I do my interviews on the fly. I'll just sort of like, I'll ask them one question and then we'll sort of branch it out and sort of focus on that question. Or if it's not going anywhere, then I'll obviously change questions. Also, looking for clothes. You can't go to an event just wearing anything. I know that normally at gaming LANs, I do prefer to wear jeans and a t-shirt and my blazer. This year, I want to sort of experiment with my clothes. I might consider wearing some dresses. Not short dresses. I feel short dresses are just ridiculous at LANs. I'm actually looking at knee-length dresses. Nice dresses, okay? Hope you're excited for that, because I'm a little bit worried about my dress picks. So yes, player interviews as well as team research as well as prepping for clothes, and also your mentality. So you got to work on those 3 things. 4 things. I don't know how. Okay, I think I'm just sick and my brain has just stopped working. I may have just made a mistake recording this video. So those 4 things, definitely want to work on them. I feel like there's a 5th one, but I don't remember. If I do remember, I'll post it. So rehearsals. Rehearsals are typically the day before the event. So everyone will come to the event early. and they'll sort of just test everything. So they'll double check the screens, they check the overlays, they want to see if anything's broken before the event. All the LANs that I've been to so far have had really good rehearsals. They focus everything into that one day to get everything nailed on the head, to make sure that there's as little problems as possible. I mention as little because, now this is the unfortunate thing, things break at LANs. Period. And there is nothing we can do about it. Even though you've spent a week practicing or checking things to make sure that they're working, for some reason, I know Skype, for some reason it just decides to break. Can't. Hang on, let me check this. Ew. Sorry, I had to check my Skype. It's inevitable, things are going to break. It just has happened. You can't really do anything about it. But they did minimize as many mistakes as possible, which is a good thing. So rehearsals, casters don't come to rehearsals till about 8 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock at night, just because we are there to only test the microphones, as well as find out where we're sitting, and also meet the other people that we're working with. So for casters, we don't really have to do anything at rehearsals. Players never have to attend rehearsals. Or, I don't think I've ever seen players attend rehearsals. They just go there to use the computers. So maybe you do consider them at the rehearsals. We never know. And finally, on the day of the LAN. So we've done our pre-prep, we've been to the rehearsal, we know the equipment works. Stuff might break every now and again, but all of a sudden you're going to be moving into autopilot. Now, when I say autopilot, you are going to go straight into the LAN mindset. Or this is what has been for me anyway, where I get so overly consumed by the positive vibes as well as the audience that I'm super hyped for the event. Every single game is a great event. You want to make it as exciting as possible for the viewers, but you also want to make it an event that they won't forget. Going to a LAN is no joke. If you go to a LAN, it's much better than sitting at home by yourself, I don't know, having snacks and watching. It's fine to watch Dota at home by yourself, but if you go to a LAN, I'm telling every single one of you out there, if there is ever a big LAN in Malaysia, I don't care if you're alone, I don't care if you bring your mum, come to a LAN. It is worth it. You're going to feel the energy of the crowd. And us casters, we are there to communicate to you. The metaphor that I was talking about earlier, so the way I see casters, players, as well as you people, the viewers, we are a tiny wisp relationship. You have the tiny, which is the players. They're the ones that make the stories. They give you the games. They're the ones that everyone wants to watch. The viewers, you guys, are the little wisp. You're the ones that are going to be giving all of your energy to your players. Because without you, not only would the players not be able to be esports professionals, because let's face it, we're helping them have a living by buying tickets for events so that there is a prize pool for them to work with. But they also work off of your energy. Like, the players don't tell you. But if you're in the crowd and they are up against a very hard team and you cheer for them, they're going to feel that energy. And all of a sudden, that can definitely change the way that they play. Because being on a LAN as a player is very different to playing online. And finally, you're probably going to be thinking, where are the casters in this relationship? Are they supposed to be in space? No, we are in this relationship. We are the tether. We are there. We are there to connect you to the players with stories, with analysis, with play-by-play. We make everything exciting so that we are never going to get bored of esports. So we are there to tether you, our little wisp, to the players, who is the tiny. And depending on how much you overcharge into the players, that can impact the way that esports turns, or at least develops. Which I think it's beautiful. Like, the way esports is right now, it's like a flower, and we're blooming. We're not a little bud anymore. Esports is blooming into such a beautiful industry, and I love it. Like, let's face it, we all like the exact same thing. So, as a viewer, I hope you understand a little bit more as to what a caster is supposed to be doing at LAN events, with how we are there to connect you to the players. And also, I suppose, like, a little bit of prep work. Honestly, I don't really feel like it was great. LAN stuff is amazing, though. So if you do get the chance, go to a LAN. You have to promise me, okay? Go to a LAN. So I hope you guys sort of enjoyed this first video. It's not really going to be long. I don't think I could do long videos. I find yourself weird that I do it anyway. But I hope it's been useful, and I hope you're excited for the next video that's going to be coming up. I don't know what the topic is, so stay tuned. So thank you for tuning in to the first video of my curatorship here for the Malaysian 32 page, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, before I go, I had the weirdest setup to get everything done today. So, right, so this is what we have. You're going to look at things that you don't want to see. That's not it. Oh no, it's minimized. It's minimized. Right, so those books are where I'm keeping the camera. I got my little notes here. It's like, that's oily because I had a donut on there earlier, but yeah, this was where I had my camera, right here. But yeah, weird, hey. Bye-bye! Wait! There we go, I find the button.